For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello, welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you a review on the Outwell Vermont 7SA. So it's a brand new model for the 2016 season, and it's one a lot of people have been anticipating and want to know more about. So I thought I'd give you guys a little review on some of the features and the style and the layout of the inside of the tent. So like I said, brand new model for the 2016 season. It's taken the one of the Outwell's best-selling tents, the Vermont XLP, put it into an inflatable style. So it benefits from the smart air technology. So it means 1 point inflation will pretty much pitch the whole tent. But due to the size of this particular tent, Outwell have made it actually 2 points. So you've one just for the canopy area, and then one for the rest of the body of the tent. They're all still interconnected, and you've still got the pipe work along the top, which gives you obviously really nice, strong rigidity in the higher winds. We'll talk a bit more about the features now. So we've got basically lovely big windows, which actually are sort of blackout windows. So you can't necessarily see in, but you can see out. So you get your privacy when you want to, but still don't compromise that with the sunlight. So you can get plenty of light inside the tent. What we've done is actually on the front door, we've actually just put it on king poles, which are supplied with it, just to give it almost like a secondary canopy area. The tent itself really has sort of three main areas. So you have the sleeping area, the living area, and then sort of the wet, dry canopy area, which has a zip down door. You've also got behind me a separate sort of porch side here, which again has a alloy pole, just as a different option. So when it is raining, you can sort of enter and exit through that door without having to worry about the rain coming in and soaking in on the ground sheet in the living area. A lot of people, to be fair, probably use that more for storing shoes or bits and bobs, Wellingtons. But funny enough, a lot of feedback I've had from customers, it's perfect for putting a portable toilet in it. So that way, when your kids want to go to the loo late in the evening or when you're asleep, rather than walking all the way out to the nearest sort of toilet block, they can do that in there. Yeah, again, don't put the ground sheet in, and anything they miss can just sort of soak into the ground. So it's an ideal for that sort of scenario, really. Tent itself actually has a 150 denier fabric, so it's really nice, strong fabric that's certainly going to last many, many years. One thing you do also see is loads of aluminous guy ropes. See, again, no problems in terms of in the night, someone tripping over your tent. They should have plenty of warning that there are guy ropes there. One thing we'll have a look at on the inside is a few more features that make this tent unlike any other on the market. So we'll have a little look inside at that. So now we're inside the Vermont 7SA. First thing you can see is a really nice sort of enclosed canopy area. So it's a decent sort of width and depth. So loads of room in here for putting tables, cookers, that sort of thing. So it offers itself to anything. The joy is also about the canopy area as well is you've got plenty of windows so you can get light in as well. Like I said, they are sort of tinted so you can't see in, but you can see out. But you've actually got blinds. So if you're going away from your tent for a little while and want to make sure your stuff doesn't get seen, zip them all up, and yet again it keeps the security of the tent really nice. One thing you've got between sort of the main living area and this nice canopy area here is this door behind me. So you can actually zip it up completely to have it completely separate. So if you're cooking, yet again you're not having the gas coming through, but alternatively you can have it nice and open. So it opens up the whole tent. So it comes one big, nice open area. To the right of me, I've got a wardrobe. So you can, again, put stuff in there, and you've got a hanging rail in there as well. Nice webbing straps, which is very popular with the normal Vermont XLP. So again, the ability to have this wardrobe that goes in or out. So it's only toggled in, so if you don't have any purpose for it, take it down and use that space for internal living space. By undoing the clip here, you can probably just about see the side door. So the side door over here, you've got a nice side door mesh which actually leads into that small little external section you can see from the outside. which is, like I said, ideal for putting and storing your shoes, Wellingtons, or whatever you got on your foot to stop this area getting all dirty. Yet again, in the evenings, use it as a toilet room or a toilet tent. So yeah, again, stop the kids going out in the middle of the night somewhere else. If you don't want to use this wardrobe at all, you've got a lovely, yet again, big window behind it so you can get plenty of light in. So the smart air system works from 1 point inflation to pretty much pump the whole tent. So like I said, on the outside, you've got 1 point here, which does the canopy, so that's 1 inflation point. Second point is the rest of the tent, so really nice big open space. So the joys of is you've got these sort of interconnecting parts along the top, and that makes the tent really rigid and strong. One thing you don't really find in other manufacturers, mainly because the cost of it, so the cost to do this is more expensive, hence why you tend to pay something more for these Outwell models which have the smart air system. It does make it stronger in winds and obviously pitches in one, but the price factor does put some people off. Pretty much the tent with the smart air system will stand in its own right, so you don't need to necessarily peg it out, and it will stand on its own merit really. Guy ropes obviously give the tent strength, so you want to put those out at all times. Behind me you can see sort of a red strip running around the bedroom. Now this is Outwell's master bedrooms. So it's a brand new thing for the 2016 season, and it's something I can see a lot of other brands doing, mainly because it allows you to put really nice sort of tall camp beds in no problem without having to compromise on turning them round sideways. So something Outwell have introduced this year, and I think really is a bit of a game changer. So really nice and deep. So what they are, they're actually 250 centimeters deep, which again allows camp beds to go in. Normally you find with general inners of most brands, Camper, Vango, they're actually only 210, and because of the slope on the back of it, you lose a lot of space. So putting high-rise beds in, yet again, you have to rotate them around to fit it in. So one thing I think, like I said before, big game changer for the 2016 season. The Smart Air, this Vermont here, has been a very popular model so far this season, and I'm pretty sure before summer really hits, I imagine no one's going to have any stock left. So it's one thing to look out for, and certainly if you want to get your hands on one of these, I would do it very soon. Yeah, again, more features. You've got hanging points for lanterns, as well as Velcro tabs along here, so you can store the cable away without having to sort of try and lynch yourself as you walk through your tent. Down the bottom, alongside where the cable point comes to, is a mobile mains hookup slot. So you can get again a little zip which allows you to put your electric inside the tent rather than having to left the door open the whole time. You've got storage pockets on the front of the inner, yet again to put your keys and keep the clutter away. And yet again in the back part here of the inner bedrooms, you've got more storage pockets. One thing that's actually unique to this sort of range with the 150 Smart Air collection is the fact that you've got panoramic windows. So even in the bedroom, you've got windows so you can look all the way around. So if you're out in a campsite somewhere and you wonder where your kids are, you can pretty much keep a track on them at all times without leaving the tent. Especially if it's raining, the last thing you will do is go running after them. Yeah, again, with the windows, you have got curtains so you can get your privacy and certainly keep it dark during the night times. So really, in essence, a really good model. One I think will be very popular for the 2016 season, mainly because you've got loads of windows, loads of light, loads of space, and loads of features. So a really good model for the 2016 season, and that's the Outwell Vermont 7SA.